Hello and welcome to a new ship tour. Today we're taking a look at a River Diamond, a river cruise ship of Starling Fleet chartered by ReiseJung, and this video has also been done in cooperation with ReiseJung. We're starting with a few general facts as always. The ship is 135 meters long, 11.4 meters wide. It's registered in Switzerland. It has 4 decks including the sun deck and can take up to 170 passengers in 85 cabins. There are between 35 and 40 crew members on board taking care of the guests, and the ship was built in the year 2007 as the Avalon Imagery. Later on she was the Travel Marvel Diamond, and finally she became the River Diamond. The ship is quite special as it is a twin cruiser. That means that the hotel and the engine part of the ship are separate, therefore the ship is much calmer than regular cruise ships. As always, we're starting on the lowest deck, the main deck. There we have just a handful of cabins and only one public area, which is the gym. It comes with 3 machines, and as you can see it's nicely equipped. It comes with a shower and toilet. The crew also prepared it quite lovely. Even towels are available, which is not standard on river cruise ships. Here we can also see the bathroom, and of course I again included some pictures which we can see here. The gym has 3 portholes, and also the cabins on the lowest deck have portholes, but I only have 2 portholes each. We will see one of the cabins in the next video, as my cabin was here on the main deck, so we can take a closer look at a cabin here on the main deck in the next video. There are only 7 cabins down here, so we've already seen everything here on the main deck, and we can now head up to the middle deck. It's quite untypical for a river cruise ship that the access to the cabins on the lowest deck is not in the atrium, but here on the ship it's in the middle of the cabin hallway. So we are now in the middle of the cabin hallway of the middle deck. Can shortly head to the rear part of the ship, but there are only cabins. All those cabins here on this deck are standard cabins with French balconies. Therefore we're now heading to the front, into the heart of the ship, which of course is the atrium. Here we have a seating corner and a small onboard shop, and on the other side there is the reception. Additionally, there are the stairs up to the upper deck, and here on the left side there is a coffee machine which is available 24/7, and of course it's already included. We can now head down the stairs into the restaurant. The panoramic restaurant is located on the middle deck in the front of the ship. Here on the left side we have the buffet area, and as you can see it is a nice, beautiful and spacious restaurant. The chairs are, by the way, much more comfortable than they look, and we have big panoramic windows so you can enjoy the beautiful scenery during the meal times. As you have maybe noticed, the ship looks almost identical to the River Sapphire that we have taken a look at in the last year, but there's one difference. There are no windows in the front overlooking the bow here in the restaurant, and that's because there is another difference in the lounge upstairs, which we will see in a few seconds. Here we can see the pictures of the beautiful and comfortable restaurant, and of course in the upcoming videos I will tell you a bit more about the food on board. We can now leave the restaurant again to continue our ship tour. Therefore we have to go through the restaurant again, so we can see it one more time. Here on the right side we have the buffet area, and from there's the access to the kitchen, which is 1 deck below. But we are leaving the restaurant through the same entrance, but there's also an entrance on the other side, and we're now back in the atrium area. Here we have the coffee machine again, as I said, included and available 24/7. Here we can see the seating area and the shop, as well as the reception. And now we've also seen all public areas on the middle deck. That means that we can now head up to the upper deck, but not before taking another look at the pictures here of the atrium area. Here we can clearly see the typical design of this ship class, which I do really like. It's of course not the most modern anymore, but in my opinion it looks very elegant, so I really like the style of the ship. In the meantime, we've reached the upper deck. Here we have a small library and also the cruise manager's desk, in this case our ReiseJung office. We will take a closer look at this area later on. Here on the right side there used to be a computer corner, which is not needed anymore, so it's without a use at the moment, but a few of our guests were actually using it as a mobile office. We're now in the cabin area, and here we can see one of the standard cabins. This is how the cabins on the middle and the upper deck are looking, with French balconies. And then in addition to those cabins, there are 4 suites here on the upper deck. And of course we can take a look at one of the suites as well. As you can see, they are very beautiful, spacious and nice. They also have a special bathroom which is bigger and looks a bit more luxurious. So also some very nice cabins here. 4 in total, and a very good position, not right in the front, but a little bit further to the middle of the ship, which is the calmest position on board. In the middle we have the access to the sun deck and down to the middle and main deck. We can also head all the way to the rear part of the ship, and here we are now at the connection between the hotel part and the engine part. And that means that also here, the last cabins, there's much less vibrations and noises than on regular river cruise ships. Here we can see the staircase again, also quite interesting. There is a door, maybe you've seen it. And this door is not meant for passengers, but it's used for loading. That means that when the ship is loaded, the groceries do not have to be carried all the way through almost all passenger areas, but can be brought directly into the crew areas and the storage spaces. We're now back in the atrium. Here we can see the beautiful glass roof. So there's a lot of light in the atrium, and as you can see, it's a quite big and spacious area. Of course, we can take a look at the pictures of this beautiful area, and then we can continue our ship tour into the panoramic lounge. So I said this is a spacious area, but unfortunately the lounge was not that spacious when the ship was constructed. As I said, it can take up to 170 passengers, but as the lounge was constructed a bit too small, it is very crowded with 170 passengers, and therefore Starling Fleet offers this ship for charter for around 150 passengers, so there's enough space for everybody. Due to this situation, we were able to offer some very good prices for solo travelers, as we were using all the cabins, but some of them only with single occupancy, so that we had around 145 passengers at the end. All cabins were used, and still there was enough space for everybody. As you can see, the lounge received new furniture. It is looking very nice and modern. The seats are very comfortable, and there are different types of seats available. We have regular chairs with tables, but there are also some seat benches and seat groups, so there's a nice place for everybody here on the River Diamond. And I've mentioned that there is a big difference between the Sapphire and the Diamond, and that is the terrace here in the front. This terrace, of course, has a few advantages. So when the ship is, for example, sailing on the Main with low bridges, the whole sun deck has to be closed, but this part here can remain open, so there's always an area where you can get some fresh air, and also this area is covered and protected from rain. But there's also a downside, because on the Sapphire there was this huge panoramic window in the front where you can sit right in front of the window overlooking the ship's bow. Here you have the terrace in between. From the terrace we can head up to the sun deck, which is also big and spacious. Here in the front part we have one of my favorite areas of the ship, and those are these chairs here in the first row, as they are quite well protected against wind due to the glass railing here in front, and here you can sit down and enjoy the beautiful view over the ship's bow. We're now taking a closer look at the spacious sun deck of the River Diamond. We're heading all the way to the end of the ship, as far as we can get. But first, let's take a look at the pictures of this area. Here we can see this comfortable and beautiful sitting area right at the bow of the ship with the most beautiful view. As you can see, there's also some shadow available here. And in addition to this comfortable chairs here in the front, there are also some regular chairs, tables, and when we get to the rear part of the sun deck, we will also see some sun lounges. And that's where we are heading now. Here we can see the glass roof from the atrium, and here we are at the rear part of the sun deck, also with a bit of shadow. And as you can see on the left and on the right, there are the sun lounges. As I've mentioned, it's a different type of ship. It's a TwinCruiser, and that also means that the wheelhouse is located in a different position than usual. Usually it's located somewhere in the front third of the ship, but here it's located right at the aft of the ship, so comparable to freight ships here on the Rhine. And now we've also seen the whole sun deck, and that actually means that we've seen all public areas of the River Diamond. We're now heading back down to the atrium where we are ending our ship tour. In the next video I will show you a bit more about our 2 cruises on this beautiful ship, which brought us to Basel on the Upper Rhine and to the Netherlands for the Tulip Blossom. Of course, then we will see the food on board, I will show you my cabin, so we will see a lot more of the ship in the upcoming videos. Here we are back in the atrium, and that means that we're now coming to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was helpful for you. Here you can see when the next video will be uploaded and the name of the song. As always, I'd like to say thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to comment, like, subscribe or share the video link, and I hope to see you in my next video then. In the video description you can also find a link to ReiseJung, where you can get some more information about the cruises of ReiseJung.